Welcome back to Anime Fight Club, everyone. My name is Grim. Today we're checking out Baki Dou Part 1, or Musashi Dou, chapters 114 through 116, entitled, 114, entitled Best of Prey. Again, I'd like to thank all of you who have gone over and subscribed to Grim Games, my gaming channel. It'll be the first link in the description. I hope to see you guys over there. Alright, so chapter 114, entitled Beast of Prey. So here we have Tokugawa in his or on his grounds inside, eating or drinking with Doppo Orochi. Doppo takes a swig of whatever he's drinking, swishes it around, enjoys it, savors the flavor, takes a swallow and exhales. Something smells good. You can see the background. And we remember this image from the Pickle Gaiden. That's some good Shaosing. Has it been aged? Heavenly flavor, isn't it? It's a rare vintage that's been aged about 30 years. So Doppo reaches down, picks up some food, takes a bite. What kind of gyoza are these? What do you mean? This flavor. They've got this intense sweetness to them. Ah, right. It's the original ingredients. The secret of this delicious taste is the vegetables. There's more cabbage and onion than there is meat. Veggie gyoza. Wow, you're right. They're quite juicy. It's due to all this meat-eating habits nowadays that are getting out of hand that people make this mistake. Gyoza is originally a vegetarian dish. What? That's news to me. I thought we were originally made out of meat. It's because we lost the war that there's a complex towards America and Europe that bears these bad influences. Baki, huh? He said that, did he? That young rascal. Said he heard it from you. That being hungry was by no means a disadvantage. It's not something that's easy to talk about whilst eating such a feast. But yes, I did say that. Being hungry in the wild is the best battle condition. I don't know what kind of creature this is. Comment below, what is this? I still believe it's true. Now answer me this. Which one do you think is better? The mighty Musashi sword or the fangs of a ferocious T-Rex? Which do you think are sharper and stronger? That's hard to say. He's having a hard time with it too. Look at his face. Let me tell you a story. This is from an author called Haruhiko Oyaba. He dedicated his life work in the subject of hunting. Once he wrote in one of his books, if a man and beast face each other, they are equal when man holds a rifle. Equal? You think so? Well, given mankind's track record, I'd hardly call it equal. However, he actually faced several dangerous beasts, and the strength he would feel from him didn't match up to the high-performance rifle in his hand. That's about how impressively strong wild animals are. Oh, I see. Now, let's say a 10-foot wild bear that weighed around a ton or so were to face Musashi. It would be no contest. This bear is huge. This bear is huge, man. This thing stands up. It's towering over Musashi. This thing has to have the strength. I don't know. Like, I'm looking at this, I only see Jack for some reason. Even if it was a ton, the biggest bear will simply be slaughtered. Musashi sliced this thing up in multiple places. You're right about that. However, the size of the creatures that Pickle fought during the Cretaceous period, usually being 42 feet tall and roughly about 6 tons, all of them being giant meat-eating lizards, possessing the sharpest of their bared teeth and their muscle strength. Goodness, Pickle only stands up to this thing's ankle. During the Warring States period, there was a conflict between the well-known house of Yoshioka. There were about 76 strong against Musashi by himself. Every man was deployed. There were dozens of units. They had battle formations that used not only spears and swords, but also brought in bows and even guns. In one day, all 76 of the Yoshioka were cut down. Musashi emerged victorious. He truly has the strength of a demon. Oh my goodness, so he wasn't just fighting against other samurai. They had other weapons that he had to look out for and dodge and parry and counter. Goodness, which one is stronger? Doppo's having a really hard time with that question. They both are. Chapter 115, Anecdote. So now Musashi and Tokugawa are still on Tokugawa's grounds, but they're outside in some pond, having a little picnic. It's nice to eat lunch like this, peacefully gazing at the pond sometime, isn't it? Musashi's eating his food as a fly starts to buzz around him. His eyes are on that fly. Tokugawa says, stupid flies. Get out of here. Musashi catches this thing's wings with his chopsticks. That's probably part of his training. I wouldn't put it past him having to do that as training. Catches this thing, the fly's trying to get out. Whoa. He caught it. He just slams it into the ground, ripping it of its wings. Goodness, how savage. It's probably still alive. He lets the wings go. Another one goes flying by him. He catches that one too. Does the same thing. De-wings these flies. I don't know if this is merciful or not. Like, he's ripping the wings off of them so that they'll stop flying around being annoying. But he's also taking its most prominent feature. Like, even though it's not dead, it can't really be a fly anymore if it can't fly. Because I know this shouldn't be killing it. Their exoskeletons are rather tough. I don't know. Leave a comment below. Is he being merciful or cruel? Catches another one, smacks it to the ground. Those are the wings. He's catching them just like the tales say. There were some stories of him catching flies with chopsticks while he was eating. It had been shrugged off as fictional account, as most absurd stories are. Catching them with his chopsticks is impressive enough, but that's not all. He's not randomly catching them on the body. He's seizing their wings as they're flying. Man, so he, I guess, throws down the last one, wipes off his chopsticks, and finishes food. Devour me? Yes, devour you. That's right. You mean like the way we're eating rice right now? Yup, that kind of way. He wants to eat me? He will come to me just because he wants to eat? Yes, his meal will be none other than the legendary Musashi himself. Musashi places his hand on his knee. Oh, what's that, Tokugawa? He'll start with your head first. And Musashi's face, he's trying to hold in, laugh. He goes, burst out into laughter. Wait, so that means also, can I eat a piece of him? A small bit at least? I'm telling you now, it's not one of your visualizations. In Pickle's eyes, you're a splendid meal. He's not going to beat me. He's not going to eat me. Never. I wonder if I taste that good. Wow, what a weird dude. This angle of his neck. Now we're back at the Tokyo Dome. Matobe is standing outside of the Tokyo Dome smoking. Excuse me, sir. You're not allowed to smoke in this place. Matobe says, what? Oh, yes. Sorry, for sure. City ordinance passed a bill that blah, blah, blah. Within public zones, blah, blah, blah. City limits, blah, blah. But he walks off. He pulls out another cigarette and lights it. That's hilarious. It'll happen tomorrow. Pickle's still inside the Tokyo Dome, sitting, waiting patiently. drooling from hunger. This is the 6th day. He hasn't eaten anything, hasn't drank anything, no sleeping either. He's trying to simulate the conditions of being out in the wild. Then tomorrow, he'll be at his best battle condition. He's just drooling. The Tokyo Dome, Japan's greatest stadium. Chapter 116, Beast. Deep down in this facility, there is a place that's unknown to the general public, the underground Korakuen Arena. In the past, there was this term called the martial arts boom. The trend comes and goes. Eventually, fads are often abandoned and forgotten. But that's not the case of this arena. It has been always full for decades. Why is that, you may ask? Because the selected crowd of guests that have been invited to this venue firmly believe that here they will see the strongest creatures on earth battle out for glory and honor. Tokugawa standing at the end of the hall, entering the arena. I can feel it from here. The same heat I always feel. Obviously, the war today is between the Sengoku warring states period versus the age of the dinosaurs. This is the only place where you can see the strongest creature on Earth and history. So the arena is starting to get filled up by people. This has to be Jack, right? Who else is this large? This dude is huge. So the arena's filling up with people. Tokugawa standing here. He says, huh? What? No way. What the? At a glance, you can tell they are all familiar faces. Goodness. So all of our warriors, all of our grapplers are already in the audience. That was definitely Jack. He has crutches because of what Matobe did to him. But he definitely is going to want to see Pickle versus Musashi, considering he's lost to Pickle, and then he wasn't even strong enough to get a chance to fight Musashi. Baki's lost to Musashi, Doppo's lost to Musashi, Shibukawa lost, and the Kureha brothers, well, the Shogi, whatever their names are, the brothers, these cool brothers, haven't fought either one of them yet. He looks familiar, but I don't know his name. Leave a comment below. That's Katsumi's other brother, right? Or something like that. Leave a comment below. Who is this guy? And the guy next to him. I don't know who this is either. Guy is here. Don't recognize him. Kaku, Gyako. Don't remember him, or any of these guys. All the masters of their own styles and disciplines. Okay, so maybe I'm not supposed to know all of them. It figures the few ones that show up today aren't here because they're interested in an exciting show. They're here because they want to see with their own eyes as the dominant species cover themselves in sweat and blood in a rare display of might. They were led here instinctively. Pickles is sitting here foaming. Oh my goodness. What they want to see is a real fight, not a public execution. That was kind of rude. Like, you didn't have to refer to Retsu's fight like that. They want to see a true battle, not a gruesome slaughter. Hey, what I say? Leave my mans alone. Don't underestimate him. Musashi swings his sword around him, puts it on his waist. He's the natural enemy of T-Rexes. My man Pickle sits up. He feels Musashi coming. He's coming, says one of the Kureha brothers. I bet you Kureha is one of their first names, and I'm sounding stupid. But whichever one it is, just correct me, guys. I love you for your knowledge and your ability to help me out. So Musashi walks into this arena. The second he enters the arena, Pickle launches forward. Musashi immediately reaches on his side and pulls out this sword. Wow. Like, they weren't playing. They haven't been in the arena for a sec. Oh my goodness. Do you really think he's somebody that lets himself be cut down so shamelessly? Oh my goodness. So Pickle rushes in. Musashi immediately draws his sword. And this is what scares me about Pickle fighting Musashi. Pickle likes to thrust himself forward. Like, it's so much momentum is heading in one direction. If Musashi counters that with a sword, like all that force that Pickle is exerting is going to act against him. And it's going to help Musashi's sword cut him. I don't know. That scares me. I fear for Pickle. I really like Pickle. See? Oh my goodness. Pickle rushed in at Musashi. Incredibly fast. Musashi countered, and now this sword is embedded in the middle of Pickle's face at the end of volume 13. And then we get the text saying, "No way. No way indeed. Don't do this to me." And then to end the volume like that, super mean. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a comment below, hit the thumbs up, share with your fellow otaku. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you have, thank you very much. Please check the links in the description for all of the Baki playlists as well as King and Ashura. Please also click the first link in the description for Grim Games. It's my gaming channel. I'll be starting some gaming videos very soon. I'd greatly appreciate if you guys would transition over there as well. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Hope you'll hit that bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. Hope to see you next video. And as always, otaku for